What's changed over the weekend coming into this week?
Over the weekend, Elon Musk held video calls with the key investors. He met with Twitter executives. This is him playing his best hand, right? According to sources, trying to sell his best vision of how he changes the Twitter platform, how he boosts revenues. He's being really active in this, and it's just as how it played out over the Easter and Passover weekend. He has his bankers working the deal. He himself is working the deal. And as you said, according to a Bloomberg source, if all goes well, something could come later today.
How important is it that Morgan Stanley is reportedly involved? They've got a huge tech history out there. These are names people can be comfortable with. How important is that in the banker-to-banker chat?
Crucial because of all of the parties involved in this, right, Tom? That Elon Musk is trying not just to secure the debt financing, which he did, that's $25.5 billion, part of the deal, but he's also been vetting equity partners, high net worth individuals, family offices. He has to convince a lot of folks if he wants this deal to happen.
Well, not only that he wants the deal to happen, Ed, but that he has financial interests at heart when he talks about the deal. He talked a lot about how he wanted this for the idea of free speech, not necessarily an economic interest. That doesn't sell to investors, does it?
No, it doesn't, and you're exactly right, Lisa. There was a key piece, according to sources, that kind of contradicts that, which is in the PowerPoint presentations, which, as you know, in any deal, the deck is so important. There were slides about how he plans to boost revenue. This has always been the question for Twitter. How do they monetize the full potential of the platform? You know, they have very modest top-line numbers compared to some of the social media giants they compare with. How is he going to improve that? And apparently that was a big part of his selling.
Ed, I'm also wondering about the financing of this. You talked about the $25.5 billion in debt financing. Of the equity investors, how much is Elon Musk himself backed by Tesla shares that could be put on the line should this bid go through?
Yeah, the math's really important. So Elon Musk only has $3 billion of cash or cash equivalents as part of his net wealth, right? So one hypothesis was that he'd sell down some of his Tesla stake to become more liquid. But he has other options, right? He, according to sources in our Bloomberg reporting last week, he could front, say, $5 to $10 billion of that 21 through either selling down Tesla shares or even some of the private stakes he has in other businesses like Boring or SpaceX. And then the remainder of the 21 comes from people that he wants involved in this process, right? The names that we've been talking about across private equity are still there. They're still being mentioned. Thoma Bravo, Silver Lake, of course, already has a seat on the board at Twitter. So it'll be interesting to see how that remainder of the financing plays out.